Oh my God, you screwed up the intro. That's okay. We're here with my buddy Andy, and we're in his Foxbody Mustang. You can see a hand.
I'm over here.
You can lean your face right over next to mine, Andy, and then we'll be able to touch each other. So we'll do an outdoor rundown of all the parts of this car, but to summarize for the driving experience, we're basically heavily modified suspension, 5-lug swap, Brembo brakes, kind of the whole 9 yards of things you'd want to do to a Foxbody to make it handle better. So we're going to drive it with that knowledge in mind. That person just passed. And then we'll get outside and we'll run down all the modifications for it. But as of this second right now, I have driven this car before, not in this current configuration. So I'm comparing it to back when it was still 4-lug and stock brakes and all that stuff. And it's definitely, yes, noticeably better handling already, and I'm literally just going straight.
It's very responsive.
The steering's as responsive, if not honestly more responsive than my Camaro. Pretty light too, which is just nice for cruising.
A lot of that's due to the solid steering shaft, because these had rag joint steering shafts.
Okay.
So the solid steering shaft with the Cobra steering rack, tighter ratios.
Okay. Okay, so this is a tighter steering ratio too?
Yeah, it's 15-to-1. I believe the stock ratio rack was either 17.5 or 20-to-1.
Okay.
And it's got less power assist, so if you notice, it's a little heavier.
Yep.
The Cobra racks have less power assist than the stock Foxbody rack, so
that makes sense.
Just a better driving feel.
Right, right. Also, the last time I drove it, you had what, 373s?
Yes, 373s.
Yeah, now it's 355s?
331s.
331s. And I don't know, people always go nuts about lowering gearing, but I firmly believe that raising the gearing for a daily, or not a daily driver necessarily, but for a car you actually want to cruise in, makes so much more sense, because this thing is just buzzing at 1,800 RPM, actually probably like 17 at 60, and we're actually going a little faster than that because the speedometer's a little off, right?
Yep.
So I mean,
it's way more comfortable to drive.
Yeah.
And I think it'll be better on track.
Yep, and it actually feels, now the gearing almost feels similar to my car, whereas before it was like your fourth was fifth kind of thing. Does that person have their foot hanging out the window? What is that? Oh, it's like furniture. Let's give these Brembos a little bit of a test. Oh yeah, way better response than
and the initial feel is stiff, so this is the biggest. This master cylinder is 1 1/16".
Okay.
So it's going to give you the biggest, or the stiffest pedal.
Nice. Nice and flat. It is a stiff pedal.
Yes.
Yeah.
So don't be afraid to actually step on it.
Right. Doing modern car things in a Foxbody is terrifying and awesome at the same time.
It is. Especially for a passenger that doesn't know the car.
Right. But like knows it's an old car.
Yeah.
Wow, that is good steering. You definitely gotta like make sure you don't over rotate though.
It will.
Yeah. Dude, it feels good. Feels really good. We'll actually flip the camera for that. Oh, we can't do that. That's all right.
Straight camera mount.
Just you're staring right at the camera mount. I'm gonna say we'll edit that out, but we won't edit that out. I'll take that out. Just gotta be gentle on the steering, because like my car, you can kind of muscle it into the corner, but this thing you just gotta tip it in nice, and it handles good, but it's definitely a little softer, a little bit softer steering. It's precise though. What's your toe at?
This year I'm running 0 toe.
Yeah, I wonder what mine is stock, because it does turn in a lot different. I know it's a totally different car too, but because it's like when you first turn in, if you're not real precise, like not the car gets squirrely, but your hands almost just get a little bit squirrely on the wheel. It definitely like wants to fall into the corner, even more so than like my car. But I also don't have a square tire setup, which probably makes a somewhat significant difference for cornering field. funny. I can feel the wheelbase too. Like my car feels longer.
Yeah.
I mean, it is, of course. Yeah, you can definitely feel the wheelbase difference. Yeah, I'm good.
You're good.
Yeah. The guys at the motorcycle was looking at me like, what's wrong with this guy? Dude, it's no powerhouse, but it's plenty of power to have fun with on roads like this.
Yep.
How much more do you need, really? Like,
Exactly.
I love this new gearing, dude.
Yeah.
I love this new gearing.
Night and day.
Yeah.
Night and day.
This shifter shift's pretty nice as well. Is it like technically a short throw or anything, or is
Oh,
just
it's,
like?
it's much shorter than the stock shifter.
Okay, I was gonna say. So did you do that or?
Yes, it's
Yeah.
Pro 5.0 shifter.
Okay. Yeah, it feels great.
I love it. I don't have any complaints with it.
There's that 80s dash rattle, baby. Cruising at 75. Actually, we're going 80 right now. That's surprise beautiful. Let me give the Brembos a little hit. We good with that?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, yes. Love it. It feels just like my car under braking. It's like brakes.
I still have to adjust the bias for the rear.
Yeah. That speed, she's definitely a little bumpier than my car, though.
Yes.
But it also, you know, it makes it handle better. So. Is that an RX-8?
Yeah.
Dude, bruh. That's cool. That was modified too. Very cool. Wow. It is noticeably different than when it was 411 though.
Yeah.
It really is.
A lot.
Yeah.
And I changed so many things at the same time from last year. I can't really attribute,
Right. Right.
can't really pinpoint it. I think they all really, between the Torsen,
Yep.
the square setup, a better tire, a bigger tire up front, I think they all kind of go hand in hand.
Right. It's really like, even as somebody who's never driven this, or only driven this car once and never
Very
driven
easy
this
to
setup,
drive.
it's super easy to drive. It's
Yes.
it's as easy as any modern car to drive.
Yes.
And although these seats aren't the most supportive, they're actually fairly comfortable.
Yeah. They're
Maybe
bad.
not for a long period of time,
Yeah.
but they're a little. The foam's a little soft. I feel like my butt might.
That, yes,
Yeah.
the driver's seat
Yeah.
is whooped compared to the passenger seat.
Right.
I just like the raw feeling. You know, there's no,
It is.
there's nothing hiding anything.
Nope. It's
You feel every little bump in the road. You feel every vibration the car gives out.
well, like not in a bad way though. It's not
Right.
uncomfortable. You just
Definitely
it's
not.
there.
Yeah.
Crazy thing is too, just cruising around. I mean, this is
so quiet.
It's just a normal car.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, obviously the interior is older than something newer, but it's pretty quiet. It's comfortable. Now the gear ratios are good. This is a completely normal. Just you could.
I mean, we're
ride this
talking,
anywhere.
regular 11s. We're not even,
Right.
you know.
I mean, it's still a Mustang. It's still a Ford, so that kind of
Yeah.
it's a bit of a detractor, but what are you gonna do? You know,
What it is.
you couldn't afford the Camaro this year. You know, it's
Yeah.
just what it is.
I really wanted that tune port.
Right. It's like I don't trust it because it's of what it is, but it can do way more than I'm like giving it, you know.
Way more.
Person's turning. Sweet. I will say, I wish the wheel was fatter, and maybe that's just because I'm so used to my wheel. But I almost think if as dumb as this sounds, if the wheel was fatter, I'd feel like it handled better, just because I'd be more used to the way that it feels, you know. But that's just a matter of getting used to it. It's not a fault of the car, though. There's something about because that's your obviously the wheel's your control over the car, so yeah. I guess I take for granted the thickness of mine.
I just want to find the right hub adapter that doesn't bring the wheel towards me as much.
Gotcha.
Because naturally they're all going to bring the wheel out a little bit.
They don't make a wheel that then flares back in though to compensate for that. You know what I mean? It has like its spokes are bent in.
They might. The wheel I was looking at is pretty flat. It's a Sparco.
Okay.
It's a Ford Performance branded Sparco.
Gotcha.
So it's kind of cool.
Yeah, if you can't tell in the video, this just has the stock wheel on it.
New old stock. Brand new.
Excuse me, new old stock wheel on it.
Brand new.
Brand new. Does run out at like 5,000, huh?
Yeah.
I was only at like 46 and I could feel it just like...
Well, the AC
like,
really kills it.
Oh, okay. Right.
If we had the AC off, it pulls right through to 5.
Okay. That's okay. Andrew, I think that wraps this one up. Dang, I butchered it. Thanks for watching, everyone. God bless America. See you on the next one. Brother, I almost forgot the most important part. How do people find you on social media?
At Andy882.
On Instagram. Okay. Alrighty.
You'll see more photos of this.
Alright, sounds good, buddy.
No selfies. No selfies allowed. Only car posts.